Hi everyone, it's Eva Pietrzak here from Abundant Results Coaching, and today I'd love to talk to you a little bit about the power of our imagination. I've been reading this beautiful little book called Power of Awareness by Neville, and also talking to a few clients this morning and got really inspired to talk to you about this. Have you ever gone through something in your life where you had no control over the reality? Like maybe you're going through lawsuit. Maybe you're waiting for maybe you're waiting for some redundancy pay. Maybe you're sick and basically you don't know how to deal with that. You don't know how to take charge of that. A lot of the time, we high achievers, we want to be in control, and trust me, I'm definitely one of those people that would like to have control over circumstances. But for many times, I've experienced that we're very rarely in control, to be honest. And also, I've learned from Bob, from my mentor, that the only thing that we need to have control over is our own mind. It's not the external reality, because once we have control over our mind, then the reality is placing itself in order according to what's happening in our mind. And that's the difficult part, because when things are falling apart out there, maybe you found out that you're sick and it's out of control. You don't know how to get healthy, you don't know how to get better. Or maybe you're going through some sort of a case in court, and you're waiting for things to happen and resolve, and it's just you feel very powerless. Now there's lots of situations, even when we're running a business, there's things that are outside of our control, whether new clients will come on board, whether they will make a choice, they will decide, sometimes people cancel, all that kind of stuff. A lot of the time things externally are outside of control. And I remember there's a little story that I want to share with you. I remember once I went to Toronto for my quarterly training with Bob, and I got this inspired idea of recording a movie with him, a little, like a couple of minutes movie, and I just became literally obsessed with that movie. I just wanted it so bad that basically ever since I stepped my foot through the door, I was thinking about that movie, and I kept asking him, can we please record it? Can we please record it? And really what happened was, because I was trying to force things to happen with my will, and my energy was kind of forceful, pretty much he never had time. So it was just like me asking him, and he never had time. And eventually I got frustrated and a little bit helpless. And I resolved to imagination. So literally, I went to my hotel room, and I did visualizing. I did visualizing in the evening. I dropped my attachment to the result, and I started visualizing how I want the result to happen. And the next day, I was a lot calmer. I was willing to accept, literally, to the point that I was willing to accept that it's not going to happen. But I was visualizing, and it's kind of like I was sure that somehow it's going to be possible. And so literally throughout the day, I became very calm. Rather than forceful and frustrated, just like the day before, I was very calm. And then I had a nudge, go now and ask, right? And I asked, and literally the film happened there and then. It was such a shift in my mindset that allowed me to produce different results. Now, how many times we find ourselves in situations where we're trying to push for resolution of some sort of conflict, or maybe some situation externally that we really don't have control over. And this is the time when I always remember about this book, and if you want to get it, it's really amazing. The Power of Awareness by Neville. Neville is an amazing author that is specializing in imagination and the power of imagination. And there's lots of amazing inspirational stories inside about people that, when they had situations that were outside of control, what they used to do, literally going to bed in the evening, you imagine that you're falling asleep on the day when your situation is resolved. So whether this is the court trial, whether maybe you really want something but you're not getting it, maybe there's you found out that you're sick and you want to get healthy, every evening fall asleep as if it was a day that you've actually achieved that goal. Now, You might think that it's a bit crazy, and it is not. It is a little bit out of norm. If you've studied the power of the mind, you know that it's not. But for most people, it might be a little bit out of the norm, because it's not what we normally do. We normally just get frustrated and we try to control things and we try to get things done. And when they're not working out, we get more frustrated. But the problem with your frustration is that the frustration is not going to get it's not going to find a solution. There is a different way, there is a better way. I mean, those things are most of the time outside of control anyway, so you may as well test this idea. And it's a very powerful technique when it comes to tricking your mind to believing in your goals and materializing your goals. Once your subconscious mind accepts an idea, it will find a path towards those goals manifesting. So whether you will receive an idea from your subconscious when you wake up or throughout the day, or you will start picking up ideas from external world, once you implement a goal or a vision of what you truly want in your subconscious, and your subconscious starts believing it, it will guide you to it. So I hope you test it out. If you ever want to increase your goal achievement in a nice flowy way rather than forceful, and if there's ever a situation that might be outside of control, test it out. And I promise you will see different results. When you relax and you start believing in what is going to happen, then you will find different ideas and different solutions to the problem. So I hope you got some food for thought, and have a fantastic day. Take care.